Hey, welcome back to the Marketing Funnel in One Day video series. If you're new to this challenge, the backstory is that I created a brand new funnel for a brand new program in just 8 hours. So in just one day, one working day, okay? So I just wanted to document my process, how I did it, show you the exact step-by-steps of how I actually use the tools that I use to create the funnel, design it, publish it, and start selling it. Just like that, in one day, right? So in the first video of this series, we talked about thrivecart Learn, which is my learning management system. And I'm gonna leave a link to the entire playlist below this video. You can definitely check it out. But that was super useful because it's a great way to host your courses or digital programs. Then in the second video, I talked about the thrivecart platform itself, which is, in my opinion, one of the best checkout solutions out there at the moment. It has a fixed price, you don't have to pay monthly for it, and it's super powerful. And in some cases, it has market-leading features, right, that nobody else offers or offers in a worse package, to be honest. And you can get thrivecart by just paying one time. I think that's super powerful, and I've been a happy user for it for over 3 years now. So if you want to check that video out, again, check out the playlist link in the description. And you can also grab thrivecart through my link if you want, because I'm an affiliate for it as well. But in this video, we're shifting gears here, and I'm going to show you how I wrote a sales page for this in WordPress. So I use Thrive Themes for my website builder in WordPress, which is completely different from thrivecart. Thrivecart is the checkout page. It's a different company, and Thrive Themes is a website builder plus lead generation tool, plus it has different plugins, WordPress plugins that you can use with it. So I built out this page in about, let's just say, I would say 4 hours or something, including the copy, including the design, including optimizing it for mobile. And as you can see, it's kind of like a long form sales page. It's not my best work ever, that's for sure, but it has some of the fundamentals going for it. And I want to break it down so that you understand how you can do kind of like a quick and dirty sales page for yourself, so that you can start selling whatever you want to sell quickly, easily, and without much effort at all. And yes, this is missing a few more pieces. It's not silky smooth. It doesn't have that many connecting elements properly, but it's still a good enough sales page for now. And you know how people say, you just ship it, right? So getting it done is better than getting it perfect and not launching it at all. So the product in mention here is a course called From Zero to YouTube Ads Hero, which basically is my 4-part hero formula for coming up with your next YouTube ad or your first YouTube ad, child's play, basically. So I want to help you refine your messaging so that it connects, it gets you high quality, hyper targeted leads on a budget, and even if you're not a copywriter or you have never done this before. And there's also like a cool little quick start guide called the 8-step YouTube ads quick start guide. It's a step-by-step system for launching your first or your next YouTube ad campaign from scratch. So this is basically the button pushing side of it, like what targeting options to focus on with your first campaign. And we're talking campaigns as low as like $5 a day. So it's really affordable here. And bunch of other more tactical things. But the most important part is still your message, right? And I wanted to give you a formula that isn't so complicated. That's why I call it the hero formula, and it works like gangbusters. And by the way, I also validated this course with a pretty big YouTube ads guru who spent millions of dollars on YouTube ads, and he said, this is amazing, right? So he said, I got almost every single thing right. And the things that I could improve all relate to different stuff, right? Just adding more, customer experience to the course, like sending out more emails. But since then, I also included 5 emails that drip out the content of this course, because this whole course is designed to be quick to consume. So it's like 2 hours of content plus a few other bonuses. But it's super powerful because you can get started quickly. So within a few days, you can have your own profitable YouTube ad campaign running, up and running. I think that's super powerful. And you know, this is for people who you know, they're implementers, right? They want to get started with this, do something, and see results almost immediately. So let's just see how I actually did this page, right? So obviously I wanted to give you this high-level overview so that you have an idea what's happening, what was the offer in my mind, right? And okay, one thing to keep in mind here is that I had a version of this as a past lead magnet. Okay, so a version of this was a free course that I used to offer as an opt-in bribe for people to subscribe to my email list. But then, after many people told me that it's way too powerful and it's way too valuable to keep it free, and since I noticed that people wouldn't really implement with this, they wouldn't really follow through, I decided to make this pay because it gives way better results this way. And I'm also able to include cool stuff like, if you go through this course, you can send me your YouTube ad script and I will personally review it. So this is a special bonus with this one. You can get a review, a breakdown and review and analysis and audit of your YouTube ad, like a 3 to 5 minute YouTube ad script, and I'm going to personally get back to you and show you how you can improve it and make it even better. So at this, you know, this low price point, like you can get started for 2 easy payments of $59. It's I think that's pretty valuable. I usually charge like way more, like 10 times as more for reviews like this. So definitely it's something to keep in mind. So let's see how I actually build this page. So as I said, this is Thrive Architect, which is one of the plugins of the Thrive Themes plugin collection on WordPress. So I built this out, I published this on WordPress, but I want to show you how the editor looks as well, because I think it's going to be useful to see how you actually build a page like this and how to, you know, how you can do one like this yourself. So here we are in the editor itself. This is how it looks like. And based on what I want to do, you know, I can obviously edit and everything and obviously drag and drop. Like if I want to drag and drop this to here, I can obviously very easily do it. But there's a bunch of cool other things that I want to show you here. So first of all, you can add all these tools, all these things, templates and content boxes, and you know, these are all unique elements that you could add to your sales page. I wanted to, again, as I said, I could spend days and days on this, but I wanted to make something quick and easy, quick and dirty, right? So that's why there's no sophisticated design here. It's just white background, black text. But we know from decades and decades of data that ugly usually outconverts beautiful. I mean, most people don't like it, designers don't like it, but it is what it is. Usually ugly with a good message outconverts you know, beautiful and overly designed, because it seems like a sales letter, right? So we're trying to imitate a sales letter here, and that's why you see that the line length isn't really that much. So it's I can check here everything. It's 750 pixels. 750 pixel width of the entire column here, which is good, because if it were like, I could easily like make this way wider if I were to just increase, let's say this, which is it's called, this is a content box, and then in the content box you can have different elements. You can have the image, you can have text, stuff like that. But now that I increase the content box, I can increase the image or the text element, right? And I can make it as narrow as this, or I can make it super wide as well. But I'm not going to save this obviously, because it's already set for this. But notice how everything changes once I start you know, modifying this, and I can align it and do a bunch of stuff. I also did images because this nicely break up the text, and it's good because and I'm just gonna modify this back so that everything looks nicer this way. So you see, it's way easier to read, it's way nicer. So I added images and GIFs as well, because I wanna keep this light. I wanna obviously drag attention. I wanna break up large text elements, and notice how none of the paragraphs are super long. So this is like copywriting 101. This is a micro copywriting lesson that almost everybody should use. Like, you shouldn't use long ass paragraphs because it's intimidating. Like, people don't want to read those. But if you have just one idea or one sentence per paragraph, it's usually way easier to skim through and read as well. And notice there are also like a lot of subheads here that again break up things. And I added other like basic graphic element. I could add way more. I just wanted to keep it simple, right? This is the teaching part of the sales letter that's there to shift beliefs. And then I also added more images and proof elements for showing people, specific things. And towards the end, like, this is where I introduced the offer. It's around the halfway mark of the letter itself. And again, I could use more stories, and I could, do way more sophisticated things and talk more about the unique mechanism or something like that. But keep in mind that this offer is going out to people who have already subscribed to my email list, and they already know, like, and trust me to some degree. So it's not a fully cold audience, and it doesn't need to be so sophisticated, the sales page itself, because the audience isn't cold anymore. And I've already done the heavy lifting with my emails. So most of the people who land on this page, they already kind of know, like, and trust me, so then I don't have to shift and instill tons of extra beliefs in them before they actually buy something from me. So this button actually sends people down to the offer box. But after introducing the offer itself, and I'm going to spend a little bit more time on the headline and lead in a minute here, but after introducing, there are some fascinations, and these were taken straight up from my past landing page that I used for promoting this little mini course. The original version of it, and I also added a few more extra bullets. And yeah, I could add more. Also talk about the specific lessons, because there are 5 lessons in this mini course, I could add like 5 bullets easily to each lesson because they're super powerful, and there's so many things, so many great things still crammed into this content. So after it, social proof elements, and I wanted to reuse some of my, I consider them more impressive testimonials from A-list copywriters like Kevin Rogers, Kim Krause-Schwam, Carleen Angley-Cole, Chris Haddad, Brian Kurtz, David Deutsch, and a few other people who I've worked with specifically, who hired me to help them with their YouTube ads. Because the question is like, Shava, like, where do you know? Like, I never heard you talk about YouTube ads before. Well, yes, that's true. But keep in mind, before actually creating my own courses, I've worked with over 70 different clients, and I've worked with on different types of projects with them. I work with e-commerce companies, blockchain development companies, watch brands, Kickstarter campaigns, YouTube ad campaigns, Facebook ad campaigns, email marketing, obviously, product launch formula style launches. So I have a relatively extensive experience with this, and these are all YouTube ad specific things, apart from the A-list copywriter and marketing, guru testimonials. Those either relate to my proven sales letter breakdown series or some other stuff we've done together, because I've done like joint trainings with Kevin Rogers and Kim Krause-Schwam, and I'm a relatively vocal member of Brian Kurtz's Titans Accelerator mini mastermind. I've also, like, Brian Kurtz also hired me to write a downsell script for them. So, actually, I should get the testimonial for that as well. Good thing that I I remind myself on this video live of this. But anyway, you get the idea. Social proof. And then, it's some objection handling that's happening here. Some, straight up what to do now. It's very, very, like, deliberate and very direct. And then this is the product box. Again, I can modify everything here. I can add more animations to this. I can change the button color. I can move things around. I can add a bunch of other stuff. I can even add like whole blocks. That's what I like about Thrive Architect here. Like, if I click add block, with this specific theme that I'm using for this page, but keep in mind there are dozens and dozens of different, totally unique and different themes. I can filter based on like hero area, list content, features and benefits, a call to action, a pricing table. So if I just wanted to add a different type of pricing table, I would just click on this and voila, that's it. You know, I have a pricing table with, and I can customize everything here. Like I can change the button group. I can change what sorts of payment plans are included or not, what main options there are. I can change the gutter width and all these other things. But I can also add, you know, FAQ elements, statistics, contact details, illustrated lists, articles. And I also like that there are some specific lead generation elements that look pretty good. There are different lead generation elements, like hundreds of them, in a different submodule of Thrive themes called Thrive Leads. You know, it's something that that I could use, but since this is a lead generation page, I wanted to just create a beautiful, you know, pricing page and just go with that. But I like the testimonial elements as well, because let's just say I want to use something like this. And you know, there you go, looks beautiful, and it's mobile optimized. Like, it's super mobile optimized. Check this out. That's what I like about this. It's very easy. Automatically everything comes mobile optimized. Like, look at this pricing page as well. I think it looks pretty good for mobile. But the text size as well, and then there's also like iPad view. So this doesn't look good right now because it has 3 elements. So I should add probably one more, and I just added this, so it's not really, you know, optimized. But if I don't like it, I can just remove it, and that's it. And the cool thing is that I can reuse elements from previous pages I've built. Like, I have 89 pages on my website, if I remember correctly. So I can even add like templates and symbols that I've used. And you know, most of these don't look good. Like, if you see the little highlight of these right now, but because they were part of different designs and everything. But I can easily, like, you know, I have really long form stuff here. That I designed for other different things, like buttons and landing page things. I also get a reminder from time to time to save, because you know, I haven't saved since I'm doing this video, and I don't want to, because you know, this page is done. I just wanted to show you a few things. But I could even add like something like, let's just scroll down a little bit, and it takes a little while to load. Well, it's not so long actually. Like, look, check this out. It's a part of my Rainmaker Email Mastery sales page, this. So I could just add that like with one click here. Or if I wanted to include an About Me section, or a 2-step lead generation section here, I could just easily include that as well. Or check this out, like a big proof element section. If I add this, it would add the testimonials from the A-listers, plus video testimonials, plus other miscellaneous testimonials as well. Or I can just add something like, I designed this for another page. I can just add this, and look at that. I like different, all sorts of things that I want to include. And obviously I can also like you know, modify these very easily. Like the width, for example, if it's too long, I can just do it like this. And then here's the button, and I can like change the button however I want. I also have some saved styles here, which I like, but I can totally mix everything up here. And I can also even add like countdown timers, you know, comments from Facebook, lesson resources, and lesson lists and course lists, and also timers, testimonials, videos, whatever. Okay, I think you get the idea. If I want to add a guarantee box, then I have a different guarantee box to choose from. And these are, again, these are specific to this theme. With other themes, there are different guarantee boxes, right? So now that you see how, you know, a page like this is built and how it's done structurally, you know, because I can edit like in the left side, I can edit everything, and there are like really like I can add shadows to elements. I can modify borders and corners. If I want to add like border to this element here, I can add a background image very easily. I can choose padding details, or how the content is displayed based on monitor size. typography, obviously. But if I'm lazy, what I can do is that I can just change the entire central style here. So if I don't like this red, and okay, keep in mind that this page doesn't really have too many graphical elements. So it's mostly white background, and it has this little red part here and a few other things. But it's mostly like it's relatively it doesn't really have too many colors. But if I want to change it, there are pre-built styles directly in Thrive themes that I could use here. So check this out. If I want this, or if I want this this red, as I said, or if I want the bluish, and then it would modify everything, right? So if I were to go with the simple custom style of it, like notice it also modified this button, because the color of this button, it says this element has a global style applied, right? So whenever I modify this, it modifies everything on the page. And I can also set it up so that it modifies everything that's linked to this global style on any page that I have. So you don't have to manually go into every single page. It's gonna modify it very easily. And I can also add a header, footer, bunch of things, but whatever. The thing is, let's just look at the copy on the page itself. Okay, so I have a classic pre-head, main head, subhead, and then the lead. So again, I reused most of this from a past blog post that I wrote about YouTube ads. And I figured, since I think it's pretty interesting, right? Because you always want to come up with an idea that's different and superior compared to other stuff they've tried before. And different is what gets attention, and superior is what gets you the conversion, right? So this is how I did it. I say, after the great Facebookopolis purge of 2021, a handful of smart online marketers have stumbled on a unique new strategy they're calling the new Wild West of online advertising. So again, there's a little curiosity there, but I'm also tapping into a pain point that a lot of people who use Facebook ads have definitely felt, especially in 2021, when ads got way more expensive and tons of people got banned, and Facebook as an advertising platform just went down the toilet. So people are actually like leaving Facebook in droves, and they're starting to run YouTube ad campaigns, actually. So that's why I felt like there's a need for something like this, something super affordable as well, because this is $100 program, right? Or 2 times $59 if you pay in a payment plan. But it's super affordable, and most YouTube ads courses or programs out there are multiple thousand programs. So yeah, you can definitely feel the difference in that one as well. But I wanted to give people, I wanted to teach them the essential fundamentals of what's needed to actually get started with YouTube ads. And then once you scale, of course, you can buy into those higher end, programs. But for now, why not over deliver and give them a good bang for their buck program? So I wanted to tap into this a little bit, and the big idea here is the new Wild West of online advertising. So yes, it's still pretty new. Most people still don't know how YouTube ads or Google ads work. Well, not the keyword based like traditional text based Google ads, but Google ads in a YouTube ads setting. So there's a whole new curiosity element to this, but it's pretty visual as well, and that's why I wanted to include this this picture as well. Maybe it's not the best image, but I don't know. I just liked it. I think it's pretty interesting. But let me know what you think. Like, leave a comment below and let me know what you think about the image. Should I cut it? Does it serve a purpose or not really? Or what's the deal with it? What do you think? So then the subhead is more like a promise here. So discover how YouTube can ethically hijack your competitors' traffic and get hyper-targeted leads on a budget with this new untapped strategy. So notice, new, that's different, right? And that's supposedly better than the current strategy they're using, which is Facebook ads, right? So at this point, most people have at least heard a little bit about YouTube ads before, but I still want to position it as something new, something sexy. And it is, because a lot of people still don't know about some very fundamental things when it comes to YouTube ads. Like, hey, if you're watching this video, did you know that you don't pay for a YouTube ad unless, like with a special type of YouTube ad I'm teaching here called in-stream ads. So you don't pay for views unless people view at least 30 seconds of your video or they click your link. So if you're like, but Chaba, you know, I hate YouTube ads. Whenever I see them, I skip the link, right? I skip after 5 seconds when I can. Well, good for you. I also do that. But just know that the advertiser doesn't pay for those views, right? So he or she only has to pay for true views, which is at least 30 seconds. And imagine how many things you could say to people to get their attention and maybe build a little desire in them in 30 seconds. Like if I were to shut up now for 30 seconds, that would be a long time, like an embarrassingly long time. So just know that this is something that Facebook doesn't offer, but YouTube offers. So then the lead says, dear friend, today I want to show you a lesser known but extremely powerful method for generating hyper-targeted, high-quality leads on a budget, even if you're currently struggling with consistent lead generation. So again, this one, I make a big promise, and I tap into one of their existing frustrations, which is they're struggling with lead generation. People want more leads, right? Either if they're a freelancer or they have a business or something like that, they need more leads on a budget if possible, because, you know, leads are pretty expensive nowadays, especially high quality leads. So that's the problem, because yes, on Facebook, you can get okay-ish leads on an okay-ish price, but they're still maybe okay-ish or low quality leads. And that's the problem. But with YouTube, you have intent. People are actively searching for problems to their solutions when they type in something in the search box. And it's very sophisticated how much you can filter and how much you can target people, not just based on their interest or demographic information, but based on specific keywords they've used on Google. You can target them on YouTube, or you can place like specific video ads in front of specific videos that your competitors are doing. You can just identify one of their videos that are doing really well, and then you can put your video in front of their video. How cool is that? So that's why I said you can ethically hijack your competitors' traffic. And now I'm giving it away for now. Yes, but for people who read this and who haven't seen this video, I'm not giving it away too easily. I'm just making a big promise. I say, you know, you can ethically hijack their traffic, and they're gonna be like, ooh, that's interesting. How can I do that? Well, they have to learn, read more to find out. So then I continue. In fact, this cool new method is so effective, some people are calling it the new Wild West of online advertising. So I wanted to go with this metaphor because it's exciting. It's something that people haven't really seen before, but they've seen that when the Wild West was hot, right? When there was, let's just say, gold rush in California hundreds of years ago, everybody knew that it was the big new opportunity. So I want to also invoke this mental image in people. So then I continue. Why? Because if you know how to properly use it, you'll get access to one of the hottest advertising platforms out there that isn't just underpriced, it's also jam-packed with top-notch quality leads who are actively looking for solutions to all kinds of problems. And it's true. Leads that are in a heightened buying mode and ready to drop fat stacks of cash at your doorstep if you can help them. So what's this hot new method? YouTube advertising. So, okay, I'm giving it away. I'm answering the secret lead because this is kind of like a secret lead. I built a little curiosity here, and I'm giving it away. But the reason why I'm doing it so early is because, again, like, remember the context. This isn't going out to full cold leads. This is going out to people who have already subscribed to my email list and they've been watching my YouTube videos or something like that. Or if they're new to my whole world and this is the exact video that perhaps you are a new person who are watching this video as the first video on my channel, then I'm giving you, really high quality copywriting education for free on how a page like this actually gets assembled. But then it's about the teaching. It's not necessarily about teasing you for a long time. But if this was going out as like a front-end campaign and I would run ads to it, like paid ads, I would probably not reveal it so early because then I give away all the fun, right? So then I continue. Now you might be wondering, what's so special in YouTube ads? I usually skip them automatically whenever they come up. So Remember, this is an objection handling element. This is like I preemptively want to answer their objections. And I talked about this before in this video, but I also want to, answer this objection for readers. So then I continue, true, but I must confess, I usually do the same in 80% of cases. But here's the cool part. YouTube advertising has something really special that no other advertising platform offers. It allows you to create specific ads that are charged exclusively after 30-sec true views. In other words, with YouTube ads, you have the power to get in front of people for a full 30 seconds before paying anything. Say what? It's true. If they only watch 29 seconds of your video, you don't pay. If they click the skip ad button after it becomes available, you don't pay. And if they watch part of your video and decide to skip it after 20 seconds, you still don't play. So again, imagine how much belief shifting, how much copy you could use with a great hook in 30 seconds. It's a lot. You only pay when they click your landing page link or watch more than 30 seconds of your video. Now, I don't know about you, but to me, that sounds pretty sweet. So I just wanted to use this GIF to underline the message behind this part of the copy. But as you can see, and this is again a micro copywriting lesson, it's very important for your message to be clear, to be easy to understand. This isn't like aimed at PhD level people. They can still read it and it might still be aimed at them, but the important thing you have to realize is that even if your audience is made up of PhD level people, they don't have time to figure out your confusing message. They don't have time to decipher your ramblings and what you're trying to tell them, right? Nobody has time for that. So that's why you have to be simple. Simple outconverts clever in almost every single case. And you can ask every single A-list copywriter about this. They will tell you the same thing. So after this, I kind of want to make the connection between Facebook and YouTube ads. So I want to position YouTube ads as something clearly superior compared to Facebook. So I say not only that, but unlike Facebook, people on YouTube have a learner's mindset and not a let's watch cat videos mindset. They're active, some of them are, but that's why I target people. They're actively searching for a solution to an immediate problem, and according to some studies, spend an average of 40 minutes per session on the platform uninterrupted. No other advertising platform even comes close to this. And yet, how many people do you know who are actively using YouTube ads to reliably generate new leads and grow their business? I'd say not that many. And that's because most businesses have no idea what to say in a YouTube ad. So it's true, after working with people on their YouTube ads and also seeing what the market thinks about YouTube ads, I've discovered that the two biggest problems people face when it comes to YouTube ads is first, they don't know what to say. So they are afraid to stand in front of a camera and just ramble about something that isn't really good copy, right? So they don't know what to say. And that's why this product that I'm selling here, From Zero to YouTube Ads Hero, is the main solution to that. I'm gonna teach you exactly what to say, and I'm also gonna review your script that you send me to make sure that whatever you say is going to be a great starting point. And obviously, if you've run ads before, or if you have a media buyer team, or you are a media buyer, you know that with ads, it's not like you create one version and that's it, right? You create different versions so you can split test them and see which one does best, right? But that's why I want to teach you the fundamentals. I want to show you and empower you with a powerful system that you can use to repeatedly come up with powerful messages for your ads. Because then it becomes very easy, right? You just create you create one version first, yes, but then if needed, you can easily create a second, third, or fourth version, which is still going to be pretty effective because you know how a great YouTube ad looks like and what you need to do to actually convince people to do something. So then I do a little objection handling. Again, I get people regularly ask me questions like, I don't know where to start, what offers work great on YouTube ads, what kind of videos can I use with my YouTube ads, how do I know my ad is working? And I just say, this is the tip of the iceberg, I get it, but I'm not surprised because people are terrified of YouTube ads. First, because they don't know what to say. And then the second biggest problem that I see all the time is that they are afraid to actually shoot the video. They think that they need to have like super high production value videos. And I'm going to circle back to this a little later when I show them tons and tons of examples of extremely successful YouTube ads that generated 7, 8, 9-figure businesses that were super low production value. Like Ty Lopez's original Here in My Garage ad with the Lamborghini, just his iPhone. Like, look at this. Like, look at the blown out highlights on his face. Still, it doesn't matter. Look at this, 1.8 million views. And since then, since I made the screenshot, it's even more. It's way more. Like the best no-show sock. These are all in-stream ads that I talk about here. And look at this. I mean, it's as low production value as you can get. This guy, I think this was like a 20-second ad or 30-second ad or something. 7 million views. So it means it must be working. They just target people based on geolocation, and their script is interesting. Look at this one. Look at this this font and how this looks like. Like trim your ends. That's it. But it's very specific, and that's why YouTube ads is great at hyper targeting people. This one is joint pain protein. No special effects or anything. Just some old guy talking for 3 minutes. That's it. That's it. So now, there are 2 objections that can easily be busted by this method. So after this part, after talking about a few objections, bringing up a few objections that they have, I kind of give them, again, a new opportunity, saying that, the fact that people are terrified of YouTube, it's actually good. It's great for you because you have less competition, right? The barrier of entry is a little higher with YouTube ads than with Facebook ads. But this is good because you're not competing with so many people. So that means your cost per acquisitions or cost per leads is going to be lower compared to the other scenario in which you would have tons of competitors. So that's something that I definitely wanted to highlight here. So then I teach them something. So I'm a big believer of education-based marketing. To my knowledge, Gary Bencivenga first came up with this. But the cool thing about education-based marketing is that you give people value and you build a little know, like, and trust with them, especially likability. So I want to give away some of the principles that I teach in this course. Like core principle number 1, teach people useful. So just like I'm teaching you now why education-based marketing is useful, I'm also giving it away on the sales page. Like people on YouTube have a learner's mindset, so they came there to learn or to watch a review or to watch other videos as well. But again, it's all about targeting. You can easily target those who are in the learner's mindset, because on Facebook, people are scrolling and they're passively consuming information. On YouTube, they have to either search for something or click on related videos related to the first video that they started watching. The other tip is don't be afraid to repel and attract. Like remember, you only pay once someone watches at least 30 seconds of your video or clicks your call to action button. Otherwise, you get impressions for free. So think about it. It's pretty cool. If you're polarizing, it's no problem. People will skip ad. They will not do anything with you. But you still built, your face still got in front of your potential target market. And with the right people, you delivered a true view to them because they've watched at least 30 seconds of your video. So it totally makes sense to disqualify people who are obviously going to be a bad fit in the beginning so that you don't pay for them later. You don't want them to fall off at 37 seconds. You want them to fall off in the first 30 seconds because then you're not going to pay for them. So it's pretty cool. The third one is be personal and relatable. And again, we live in a world in which people crave emotional connection. They crave realness, rawness, right? And that's why all these ads that you see here, they worked so well, and tons of ads like this work extremely well nowadays because people can see through the fake bullshit at this point. They're way smarter than they used to be in this regard. They're more informed is what I mean here. And if they see something that has high production value, it immediately signals that it's an ad. But if you give them something useful, just like I teach you in the heroes formula, it works. It works, and it cuts through all the noise. So after explaining this core principle as well, then the next big objection that comes up is, yeah, but I don't have big budgets to shoot pro video. So again, I talked about this in this video, but for people who are reading this first, that's when I show them, I demonstrate to them as a big proof element that, this is actually like you don't have to have high production value. Look at all these elements, and really the thing that absolutely matters is creating a solid message. And creating that solid message isn't always a walk in the park, yes, and you normally have to have a pretty strong copywriting chops to pull it off, but I've developed a simple 4-step framework that maximizes your chances of success while also, shocking people out of their zombie state, which is the hook part. It hooks them on a deep emotional level, so it builds like an emotional connection with them. This is emotional response marketing. It massacres ad fatigue that so many marketers struggle with, and virtually compels them to take action not later, because then they're going to forget or something else is going to come up, but right now. So I call this the HERO formula, which stands for hook, emotional connection, reframe and restore hope, and offer. So obviously I go way deeper into these 4 elements in the course itself. So if you want to learn more about this, I definitely recommend you grab this, because it's going to shift your beliefs about how an ad like this looks like. And this is basically based on tons of the insights that I've gained after breaking down 100 proven sales letters in 100 days. Again, link to that in the playlist here. It's one of my best creations ever, and I promise you there's no other content library like that on YouTube or anywhere else for that matter, not even in paid programs. Nobody else has done that before or since then. Nobody. So if you want like a master's level worth of copywriting education for free, then just check out those videos, the 100-day proven sales letter breakdown challenge, because it's amazing. And I've taken the best stuff from that and refined it into the YouTube ad format. So that's why at the end of the day, came up with this 4-part framework based on that. And I think it's really, really powerful. So it's so funny now. The whole thing changed because I changed it in the global, element that I was editing, in this section. So now it shows this color, but it should be red, like really red. But this is a little high-level overview. Just gives people a little bit of demonstration. Just show my face, show what I'm going to talk about in the videos, show them a glimpse of the 8-step YouTube ads quick start guide, which is pretty cool. And if they click this, by the way, they go down to the pricing table. So after this part, fascinations to build desire and build curiosity as well. It's the 1-2 punch that works. And I definitely recommend that you spend a little time analyzing these fascinations, because I think they're pretty solid, and maybe you can even hand copy them if you're into that stuff, because you're going to see and you're going to be much better at also building desire for any idea or any product with fascinations. Fascinations are obviously very, very important to copywriting. So then you have the testimonials with a lot of YouTube ad specific testimonials as well, including from Kevin Rogers. Like Kevin said that he's a whiz with YouTube ads. He knows how to launch entire YouTube ad campaigns and make them profitable. Plus, he's got a cool Transylvanian accent. What else do you need? So typical Kevin there, super funny. But yeah, I mean, I have the Transylvanian accent apparently. So then I should be doing a little price anchoring here. And it's a little meta what I did here. So at this point, you should anchor your price higher and drop it a few times. But I didn't want to do that actually. And but I still wrote like a faux price anchoring script here. So if you want to do a price anchor, this is like a basic version of a script that you could use to do a price anchor. but I didn't want to do that because this is already it's already so affordable. And if it's still too much to you because you live in a third world country or something, I get it. Like, you don't have to buy this. I have tons of great free stuff on my YouTube channel. Definitely keep watching those. But if you want the shortcut, if you want a quick step-by-step guide that works without you spending, you know, months Googling stuff on your own or trying to piece together all the parts on how to actually do this, and there are tons of other like supposed gurus who tell you like lead you astray, so be careful with those. You could do that, but you could also get this for only $99. So I think that's super reasonable for this one. So this is like the specific call to action, like, hey, and you know, most people overlook this, but it's important. I want to lower their anxiety and uncertainty with this. I say scroll down a bit and click the big green button. Once you do, you will be taken to a secure checkout page where you can complete your purchase fast and hassle-free. And once your payments clears, you'll get immediate lifetime access to the full content library where you'll find all the video lessons, plus the downloadable PDFs, plus a few cool other bonuses that I think you'll love. Because this also comes with a special 1-hour video masterclass I hosted as a closed-door meeting for the 7-figure dropshipping counselor mastermind. So there's this mastermind called the dropshipping counselor. They're e-commerce, and the founder of that mastermind asked me to create a YouTube ads training for them, like an internal training. And I basically gave them a training on this hero formula. So again, I just wanted to include that as a special bonus as well, because there are some extra details that we talk about there that I think you'll find helpful. And then once you click this, actually you'll get redirected to, you guessed it, thrivecart. So this is how the checkout page looks like. Check it out. It's like simple, but it's really clean. It touches on the most important elements here. Info boxes to the left, more fascinations and bullets on the right. And you can choose your payment plan, but the preferred option is this one because you save $19 if you pay in full versus the 2 easy monthly installments. But if you still want the payment plan, it's an option. There's also a bump offer that you can add. My ultimate copywriting swipe vault, pretty powerful, only $29, just saying, 2,000 plus pages of various high converting copywriting samples, 130 emails, 81 long form sales pages, 160 Facebook ads, and other stuff, landing pages, VSLs, and more. Payment options here, more testimonials, and a 60-day refund guarantee. Oh, I didn't even mention this. Like, this comes with a 60-day money-back guarantee, right? So it's pretty powerful. I think it's hopefully people are going to find it like an irresistible offer. I think it is, but obviously, when we create products, we are always biased. We think that is the best thing since sliced bread, and most people are like, I don't know, why should I buy this, right? So if you understand why YouTube ads are important and you're sick and tired of Facebook ads, like, think about it, $99. Like, how easily you can waste $99 on running Facebook ads that are costing you way more than they should have, right? It's crazy. So rather, why not just get the blueprint for this? I think it's a clear proposition. So then I have the money back guarantee, the 60-day money back guarantee with a little personal message here from me as well. But I also want to highlight that this is not a get rich overnight scheme or get rich scheme. You can't magically manifest wealth in your life if you don't do anything with it. So, just keep that in mind before you actually pull the trigger on this one. You do have to implement. You do have to watch the lessons, and you do have to send me your script so that I can review it, and you can start testing it later on as well. But then it works. I'm super confident in this. Again, this is supposed to be black, but now it has this color because I changed it in this video actually. And then I have the crossroads close at the end, and then one more pricing table. And then I should add more FAQ sections. I should add some sort of scarcity or urgency element or a timer or something like that, but I just didn't want to include like a fake timer. I'm not that type of guy, and at the moment, it's not going out as like a part of a bigger launch strategy or evergreen funnel or something like that. It's just like I'm just gonna drop the link to this in my list when it comes to certain emails or PSs in the emails, and you can just grab it. So yeah, this is how I made this sales page in just a few hours. And again, I reused a few things. I reused this about me section. I reused the testimonials. I reused this. I reused the bullets, and I reused some of the this original lead from an older blog post. But Thrive Architect made this super easy to actually do, and hopefully now you understand how you can actually build like a quick and dirty sales page for whatever you're selling. It can be a product, ebook, a coaching program. Yes, if it's a higher ticket thing and it goes out to cold traffic, then you probably have to spend more effort on the sales page. Yes. But apart from that, if it's an internal offer, it definitely works like a charm. So yeah, thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoyed this, and don't forget to check out the playlist that I mentioned. And after you watch this video and you're like, I should try YouTube ads myself, or just you want to learn from this or something like that, or you want to convince your boss to like buy you a license or something like that, I definitely recommend you get this, because I think it's I haven't seen something like this on the market, to be honest. Something that's so affordable. I really try to be as affordable as possible for most people, because I realize that people are struggling at the moment, and I have some other like high price stuff and one-on-one coaching that I also offer. But when it comes to something like this, I just wanted to give you the essence for as low as I can go. So hopefully you appreciate that. If you do, hit this button, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, show some love, and thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.